It has been a hot minute since I have done one of these videos. I have my coffee, I'm sitting on my couch, let's chat. Sidebar, if my friends who own Nespressos have not tried the watermelon iced espresso drink that they have available this summer, it's fabulous. I'm disappointed that it's not the full-size cup of coffee and it's a double shot of espresso, so it's much, much smaller. You only get about this much liquid, but it's very good. I thought I wasn't gonna like it, and it turns out I love it. The watermelon taste is so subtle, and I thought it would be weird, but it's not weird. I really, really like it. Coffee and watermelon, who knew? Okay, so let's talk. This is one of my totally unscripted, I have something on my heart, I have something on my mind, but I don't exactly know how to convey the message. And if you were at my live stream, I had a live stream just yesterday, and I talked about it a little bit on the live stream, but I wanted to sit down and actually have a video that's kind of just out there, because if you don't know that there's a specific topic in the live stream, you might not necessarily look. So, and this is something that I just want to talk about. And it's something that is very vulnerable for me to talk about, given my current platform and what I'm known for and all of that. But it's important to talk about nonetheless, because it's something that is weighing very heavily on me and how I'm switching up my approach to things going forward. And that is, I took new before photos the other day. I was like, you know what? It's summertime and I'm like getting into my jam for summertime, right? Trying to get myself out of this rut that I've been in for a really, really long time. And it ebbs and flows as to if I'm still feeling it. But today I kind of feel like I'm finally starting to build momentum, which is really, really good. So the other day I was like, I'm going to take a fresh set of before photos just so I can see what kind of transformation I can do over the next 3 months. The 2023 transformation of Brianna based on whatever the heck I decide to do. So I busted out my cute little skimpier blue bikini that I have purchased in my current size, and my husband loves it and I love it, but I've not worn it anywhere yet, but I own it. And so I was like, you know what? That seems like the perfect thing to take my before photos in. So I put on the bikini, I set up the tripod like I set it up in the bathroom every other time I've taken photos, and I took the pictures. And then I was pleased enough with my, I clicked the buttons and did all the things. And I was like, okay. And I grabbed my phone and I looked at the pictures. And what I saw in these pictures is not something that anybody who is sharing weight loss content on the internet wants to see. And that is the step backwards that I appear to have taken. And it's really been over the last, let's just call it what it is. Ever since the pandemic, or really ever since I moved to Minnesota, I have not been able to, because we moved and then the pandemic hit shortly thereafter, right? And so I was just never able to kind of get my footing. Historically speaking, I am the type whose weight and wellness and eating habits and all things of that nature take a huge step backwards anytime I'm under big amounts of life-changing stress. And I've said this on this channel before. And while I love my husband with all of my heart and all of my soul, I adore that man of mine, I love him more than anything, since he has entered my life, he has done nothing but shake things up and remove my stability and put me in those stressful, big-time, life-changing situations that cause me, and this is not a him problem, this is a me problem, but they cause me to relapse, essentially, on my health and wellness goals. And they have happened consistently enough where just when I feel like I'm getting my footing, the rug is pulled out from under me again. And this last time with my major move to the Minneapolis area from the Chicagoland area, leaving my friends, leaving my family, leaving our church, big life-changing stuff, right? The pandemic has been sort of the source of weirdness, and we've all felt it, right? We all feel this sense of something, blahs, a rut, something that pertains to the timeline of the pandemic, right? Some people have pulled themselves out of it already. Some people are still feeling the repercussions, but at some point since March 2020, we've all felt some sort of impact from this situation in some way, shape, or form. And while generally speaking, I always have a pretty solid, positive attitude about life in general and things of that nature, there's been a funk, an aura of funk, if you will, that has just kind of surrounded me. Picture Pigpen from Peanuts, if you will, and that aura of dust, that's kind of like my aura of funk. And try as I might, I've been unable to shake the aura of funk. And my aura of funk, my depressive qualities, my whatever you want to call them, manifests itself in an inability to be good, I hate be good, but you know what I mean, to stick to my plan, to make positive steps in the right direction, to work towards my goals actively and with enthusiasm about it. It disappears. That aura of funkiness, that rut that I have been in since March 2020 has just been surrounding me like Pigpen, and I haven't figured out how to shake it. And those pictures that I took the other day was the rock bottom moment that I think I needed to shake it off. I looked at those photos and the expression on my face was like, I don't even know. I can't even tell you. It was really, in my eyes, it was really not good. It was very clearly a step in the wrong direction. And it pains me on so many different levels that is what I've seen. Because I've taken giant steps backwards instead of my desired and my planned and my declared steps forward. And enough is enough. And I'm done with it. And I'm sharing this with you because I know that I'm not alone in this. I know without a shadow of a doubt that somebody watching this video right now has either experienced this in the recent past or is experiencing it in real time right along with me, and you're trying to shake yourself of whatever it is that you've gotten yourself into, and you need a rock bottom moment, or you've had your rock bottom moment and you don't know where to go from here. And I am here to tell you that those before photos, which for those of you that are going to ask, no, I'm not going to share the before photos with you. Those are just for me right now, and I don't feel like putting them on the internet. But at the end of the summer, that might be a different story, because the transformation photos that I have the deep in my heart's desire to have, hopefully will encourage me to want to share them with you. I know I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not the only one. I've actually seen multiple weight loss related content creators who have disappeared for a period of time come back and have the same battle as I have gained weight instead of lost weight, have taken steps back in their journey instead of steps forward. I know I'm not alone in this, which there's a misery enjoys company, right? So it makes me feel better that I know I'm not the only one, but it makes me furious that I've put myself in this situation to begin with. And that's the truth. I have put myself in this situation. I can blame the timeline, I can blame the pandemic, I can blame whatever I want, but at the end of the day, it's my fault, and it's only my fault. And admitting that is the first step to being able to do something about it. When something is not your fault, when you play the victim to any of your situations, any of your circumstances, when you're like, oh, it's everybody's fault but your own, you don't have the power to fix it. But when you take responsibility for the things in your life that is not going the way that you want, and you go, okay, this is on me, 110%, this is on me. How do I take the first step to making change and getting the results I want, instead of staying here stuck in this rut, this hole, this funk, whatever it is, this situation? What's the first step? First step is taking responsibility for the fact that you are the reason that you are there, right? In some way, shape, or form, you are the reason that you are in this position right now. And I've done that. I have looked at those pictures and I went, dang it, Brianna, what did you do? What did you do? And once I did that, and I said, you have no one to blame but yourself. This is entirely your fault. Now, I'm completely in control of being able to get that power back. And so I'm going to get that power back, and I'm feeling very optimistic. If it's any indicator, I took those pictures 4 days ago, and I got on this, like that day, I had the oh crap moment, you need to make a change, and I made some changes, and I'm down 2.5 pounds already. Like, I am building momentum, and I'm building enthusiasm, and I'm building a can-do attitude about, okay, this is gonna happen as we speak. And I'm very excited about it, and I'm very optimistic about it. But sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom before you can go back up, right? And there are people in this world, I wanted to say myself included, but currently, in my current state, this does not appear to be the case, but there are people in this world who are motivated by the positive attitudes or the positive outcomes of their goals. I have a goal of doing X because Y. And then when I do X, I will get Y. And because of that Y, that result, you are excited and motivated and determined to get the thing. Some people are excited about losing weight because they want to see better test results on their blood work. They want to be able to run around with their grandchildren. They want to be able to have whatever. They gain something from getting in shape. Then there's people like me who apparently because I preach that, I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, a list of 20 different things that will change in a positive way if I make these goals. But for some reason, that doesn't matter. That doesn't trigger the thing in the back of my head that needs to get triggered to actually encourage me to do the thing, to actually establish the desire to have the discipline to get the job done. I don't know why. In my head, it all makes sense, but I don't know why that's not the right motivator. But seeing those pictures, the negative impact, the holy crap, what did you do? You are the reason that those pictures look the way that they look. That motivates me. That negative outcome, that if you keep going down this path, if you don't make a change, this is what you're going to be stuck with, or worse, it's going to get worse as time goes on. And that I found unacceptable to me. I found it unacceptable to me. And so I'm finally in the headspace to do something about it. And I hate that it took a rock bottom moment for me to get there. And I hate that I have to come on here. I don't have to. I didn't have to share any of this. I wanted to share this. But I hate that in the platform that I have, and in sharing knowledge of how to lose weight and how to go forward on a wellness journey, which I know how to do. I know all the facts. How many times do you know something to be true and yet you struggle to do it anyway? Raise your hands, right? We've all been there. It's not for my lack of knowledge. I have helped many people lose the weight themselves, get on track themselves, reach their goals through my coaching programs. That's not the problem. It's not that I don't know how to do it. It's that I haven't found the motivator to kick me in the butt to encourage me to do it until this week. So I hate that I have to come on here and be like, I took before photos and I hate them. I take before photos and I'm so disappointed. I took before photos and it feels like rock bottom, and I have gone so far back in my progress that it's just the air of like it's the whole, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Like, you know how hard it is when someone goes, oh, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed in you. Like, that's where I'm at in myself. And I'm like, man, you knew how to prevent this, and yet. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. This is my public declaration that I have officially hit rock bottom in my health journey. Rock bottom to me, mentally. Health-wise, technically, if you want to be technical about it, I'm doing just fine. I'm healthy. I'm fine. But mentally, the visual that my before photos gave me was the rock bottom I needed to turn things around. So essentially, yet again, this is not a starting over, because here's the thing. You can start over and start over and start over, but really none of it is a starting over. It's just the next step in your journey. You never start over, because you're never in the same place that you were the last time you started. When you started this, and then you did things, and then you fell off the wagon, and you start again, you actually have more knowledge at your new starting point than you did before. So you didn't go back to the beginning. You are in the next phase. You are in the next chapter. So this is my public declaration of being officially in the next chapter. And I have a plan. I'm excited about the plan. I will be sharing the plan, fear not, in some way, shape, or form. But there's one big key thing that I have changed that I feel like is the reason that I'm already down 2.5 pounds and is the thing that's going to help kickstart things in such a way that I will actually start to see real, honest to God progress for the first time in a long time. I'm excited. I'm ready. And I hope you'll hang out with me for the entire ride.